So you had mentioned still point lovemaking as a practice and as something that we didn't really get to go deeply into what that is. So I'm wondering if you can touch on still point lovemaking.
Yeah. When you say the word still point lovemaking, the thing that the most pertinent thing that comes into my system is the frequency of the garden. And now when I say the garden, I also mean the 0 point, ground zero, the point of erasing personality aspects so that more of the true self reveals. And it's a particular, specific, exalted frequency. And when I say exalted, I mean it's not a frequency that you find in the world anywhere. It's a frequency that the lingam and the yoni have access to internally in the body based on an acupressure point that gets touched between them. An unknown acupressure point. You know, like I'm using acupressure to describe that it's a physical place in the body that the lingam and the yoni get to make contact with. And it creates a frequency that can be felt and sensed through the body, but is not visibly seen. It reverberates through the body, but is not visibly seen. Now, in my work, I individually take one-bodied people, people with their own bodies, into that frequency. That's tended to be the first place I take people into their own individual frequency of still point lovemaking, because it exists in the divine union between their own masculine and feminine energetic counterparts within. So that's still point lovemaking. Can start in one body, but ultimately the yoni and the lingam physically also materialize it. So two bodies come together and can create it.
Can someone find this frequency on their own? Do they need a guide? How does that look to you?
I honestly believe you need to put yourself in the presence of someone who is very intimate with that space. You can find it. I've discovered that a lot of people might not be able to sustain it. They might not be able to go as deep. It's like anything. It's always great to have someone who can keep you accountable. You might think you're on the frequency and you might not be. But the most interesting thing about each person's body is, because we all know we're masculine and feminine, we also have a physical lingam and yoni within us that's always making love. And still point lovemaking, that frequency, it lives at the highest point of penetration, which is the cervix. So it's almost like the lingam head touches either through consciousness or physical, either purely energetic or physical, if the man can move his lingam to touch a particular acupressure point, and he'll know and she'll know. I mean, I've seen that once I show people the frequency, I mean, they don't doubt my work. Their body knows it, they remember it. Job's done. Like, I don't have to prove to anyone about that frequency because it's such a intrinsic, innate known note or tone